Hey everyone, in this video I'll give you a brief overview of the Ifanow platform. Now this is going to be roughly a 40 minutes video, but I'll try to cover as much as possible. Alright, so now let's first understand the login screen. So Ifanow is a web cum a mobile application. We are currently viewing the web application. I'll be showing you the mobile application as well in the course of the video. So on the web application front, the URL that we are currently seeing is my-planner.in. Now, please understand the URL can be completely white labeled as well. For example, it could be yourcompany.xyz.com or clients.yourcompany.com and so on. Okay, we are always very conscious on how we can give your clients and your team and your sub-brokers a very branded interface where you are at the forefront. So even the logo that you see over here can be white labeled. Okay. And of course, the same applies to your mobile apps as well. The mobile app can be white labeled according to your branding. All right. Now let's first understand how do you log in and who all can log in from here. So we have a single interface for you, for your team members, your sub brokers, as well as your clients. They can all log in from here. All right. Now they can, of course, they can log in with the normal username password, or they can log in via OTP as well. Right now, let's log in with the password. So I'm going to log in here. Okay. So we are now into the admin panel, and the first thing that we see is the dashboard. Okay. Now the dashboard is neatly organized to give you a very crisp overview of all the important metrics that you need to know, whether it's your overall AUM and your SIP book, or whether it's the last 6 months business snapshot. A lot of data is presented to you in a very crisp manner. So for instance, you can see your birthdays and anniversaries of your clients so that you can call them up. If you like to be organized and also get your team organized, you can use a task management tool as well. So you have a task summary which gives you an overview of what are this week's tasks, the today's task, and so on, right? So you can again deep dive into this as well. Accordingly, there are a lot of important metrics over here that you can go through. Very important way for you to start your day in the morning and understand where your practice stands. Now it's also important to understand what is the philosophy of Ifanow. Okay, well, we understand that an advisor's practice is very complicated. There are a lot of things that you have to take care of. There are a lot of things your clients are expecting from you. Their expectations, their needs are evolving. The competitors are building some great digitized solutions. So an IFA needs to keep pace with these things and at the same time also ensure the practice is running smoothly without a lot of investments in people and resources. So we strongly believe an IFA should not end up investing in 10 different softwares, but rather how can we provide the IFA a one single interface from where they can not only manage their practice but even grow it with less resources. It's doing more with less. So over the course of this video, you will see a lot of different tools are integrated into Ifanow to give you a very seamless experience. We don't want data to be scattered across Excel sheets and different softwares where you are manually adding data just to keep sync across the software. You should rather be spending time on managing your clients and their expectations, right? So that is the philosophy behind Ifanow. Okay, so let's come back to the dashboard. Okay, so I showed you the different widgets that you have over here. On the right hand side, I have a to-do list as well, so you can manage your to-dos on the fly from here. You can quickly add a to-do as well. And on the left hand side, you can see some other metrics. So if you are managing a subscription based practice, you can see the high level metrics from here. And then there is a document overview as well. So again, I'm going to deep dive into this as well. All right. So let's now understand the left navigation. We are on the dashboard right now, and these are the few other sections over here. The activities section has some further subsections. The back office has a lot of other things, a lot of important back office related stuff, and the reports section and so on. On the top right, this is where you will be able to, let's say, edit your profile. You'll be able to view your bills from the account and billing section. All right, so over here, this is currently the admin. The settings section has further subsections, a lot of things that you can customize to make Ifanow a very personalized tool for you and your clients and your team members. Of course, you can check out a lot of demo videos from here. Our roadmap is public. You can see the pricing from here and so on. And you can, of course, you can also get in touch with your RM from here itself. You can raise a support ticket and you can see a few other details. So now let's first go back to the settings section and let's see what all you can do over here. Okay, I'm going to be quickly giving you some idea about how you can customize the Ifanow experience. Okay, so let's first head to the profile section. And now in the profile section, you can personalize your basic details. There's organization profile where you can upload your company logo and edit few very important things that your clients are going to see whenever they are, let's say, viewing some reports or when you are sending them the reports and so on. The preferences section is divided into various subsections. You can get your email verified and ensure that all the reports and all the email communication that goes out to your client is going out through your verified email IDs. All right. There are lots of templates over here which you can use for various purposes, and you can also decide for which template, which email ID do you want to use. So if you're sending some invoices, let's say, then you can use billing@xyz.com. If you're sending reports, it could be info@xyz.com and so on. The domain settings allows you to completely white label the URL as well. So over here you can see clients.manikfinancial.com. Similarly, it could be your white labeled domain as well, and it's very easy to set up. All right. Appearance allows you to decide whether your client should be viewing your details or the details of the client owner. The client owner could be your team members, your sub brokers, or something like that, and a few other things to help you get started. So if you are, let's say, if you are having few hundred families and you want to now quickly onboard them with this new setup, you can use an email bulk password facility to quickly send out the emails at one go. Okay. There's activity section where you can decide your task templates. Again, if you like to get organized, which we highly recommend you should, you can create your own task templates. So for instance, if you want to create a checklist of items that you want to take care of when a new client is onboarded, so you can decide what are the subtasks, and for each subtask you can also decide who should be assigned these subtasks to with the turnaround times as well. So I'm going to quickly show you a process just so that you get a sense. So whenever there's a new lead and the new lead is received, this is the task template name. You can now decide the subtask and decide the owner as well to whom you want to assign the subtask along with the TAT. So this will automate certain things, and you'll get some reminders on top of this. Okay, this is a great way to get you and your team accountable and get them organized. This helps you further customize the task templates and a few other things. The reminders section allows you to send out reminders to your clients whenever, let's say, mutual fund SIPs are getting triggered or some fixed deposits are getting matured and so on. And feature that Ifanow has is a goal-based reminder. So whenever, let's say, if you have allocated an SIP, a mutual fund SIP to some goal, let's say the daughter's education goal, every time the SIP is triggered and the client gets the email, they are going to always be reminded that this SIP is linked to this goal, so you should continue with the same. So that's a great little nudge for your clients to ensure that they are not stopping the SIPs and rather continuing with it. The plan section has a lot of other things. You can decide the asset allocation for various risk profiles, aggressive to conservative. Returns and inflation can be customized. There's a template gallery, so this will beautify the whole financial planning experience for you. If in case you want to do financial planning, now you can completely avoid the whole planning process as well. If you just want to focus on your distribution business, that's completely your call. But we have given some really nice ready to use templates which you can use in your plan. Now this could even be just a multi-asset report that you are sending to your client, and you can beautify them with these reports. All right. And finally the gallery. So if you are into goal planning, you can further customize the images that your clients will see every time they view the goals. Coming to the users and roles, so this platform allows you to manage not just yourself, but if you have a bigger team, if you have a sub broker system as well, you can add them over here, whether they are partners or whatever, so we've taken care of all kinds of hierarchies. All right. And you can quickly add the new members from here. They'll get an invite. The roles section is something that we've built in a very granular manner. So over the course of the demo, you're going to see what are the various sections. Now you can decide which team member or which client will be given access to what kind of module. Alright, so I'll quickly show you some other possibilities. So as you can see over here on the right hand side, I have a lot of sections and subsections. Okay, for example, the accounts and billing section. If you don't want some of them to view, let's say this, so you just quickly uncheck it. If it's the activity section, you can again select, deselect on various levels. All right. So very modular, and this gives you complete control over what access each of your stakeholders has. Again, whether they are clients or whether you're team members or sub-brokers. Okay. The hierarchy section allows you to decide which team member or which sub-broker has access to which other clients and which other team members' clients. Finally, the back office. The back office section allows you to add your AR and RIA. Okay, once you add those things and once you provide us your CAMSCarvy credentials, what we do is we import all your historical data along with your clients and everything, and within a span of 2 to 3 days you will be given access to your portal, which has all the clients' information neatly organized along with their mutual fund portfolio as well. Okay, so the whole onboarding process is very seamless. Cool. Now let's go back to the people section. Okay, I'm going to click on the people over here, and within people I can see clients, leads and team members. Okay, I'm in the client section right now. You can see your leads and your team members as well. All right, coming back to the clients now, let's view a client called Sonesh, and let's check out Sonesh's profile. Okay, so I'm going to click over here. So now I am into the client section, and the interface, as you can see, is very different from what we had earlier. Okay, so now if you want to go back to the advisor home, you click on the advisor home and you will be back in the admin panel. Now it's important to understand why we've done this. Now we've seen a lot of softwares in the industry which are very admin focused, where it's built from an admin or a advisor point of view, but it's equally important to understand how your client journey is going to look like. We didn't just want to give a good interface on the mobile front, but we wanted to ensure even on the web front, they have a great experience. Okay, so that's why we have completely reimagined the client journey as well. Okay, on the other hand, the way this has been organized, this will give you a very good overview of each client of yours, so you don't need to keep juggling between different reports and keep losing the context. Okay, so for instance, over here I'm in the overview section, and within overview I can see the various subsections over here. So within overview I'm right now in the my feed section, followed by profile, documents and all, and after the overview section I'll show you the portfolio, plan, activity and transact section as well. Okay, so I'm in the my feed section, and similar to the advisor dashboard that you saw, think of this as a client dashboard but in a feed format. Clients are used to scrolling on their social media accounts, right? So we have given a similar interface over here where the clients can view all their important details in a scrollable form with information neatly organized into widgets, right? And they can further deep dive by just clicking on the important widgets, right? So for example, I can see the portfolio section with mutual funds, stocks and all those things. I can click on it and deep dive further. If I want to see family member level overview, again I can click on this. All the recent transactions are showing up over here. My risk profile and my risk score is shown up over here, and my document vault as well. So let's go back to the top and check out the profile section. So again, we have ensured that you and your clients are able to view the complete family member level portfolio very easily. So when you're onboarding a new client, you can easily add their family members over here. Just click on the plus icon over here, select manually or merge from existing and so on. And there's a lot of important information that you can add while onboarding a client. Okay, so when you're onboarding the client, let's say, you'll be able to quickly automatically check whether the client is KYC compliant or not. If not, then you can do the KYC as well using the manage KYC option. You can immediately send out an email. A lot of information is over here. For example, you can see the client's important documents as well. You can upload it over here, and these can be reused when you are, let's say, when you are opening their investment accounts. Next is the risk profile. You can take the client's risk profile. You don't need to invest into a separate risk profiling software. So you can click on the risk assessment tool, and there is a 15 question assessment, at the end of which you'll be able to understand what is the risk appetite that the client has. All right. So rather than randomly deciding the asset allocation, it's always better to use a psychometric risk profiling tool to understand the client's risk taking capacity. In this case, the client is aggressive, and that's why you can afford to go up 100% as well on the asset allocation side. And the managed KYC allows you to do a complete video KYC from the system itself. All right. So if the client is not KYC verified, you can initiate the KYC request as well, and the client will be able to complete the journey from their end, no matter where they are sitting. Moving on to the document vault. Now let's understand what this is. All right. We've seen a lot of time advisors have data scattered across their desktops and their laptops. What if the system crashes? So there's always that risk of losing very important documents. But here we have completely negated that risk, where you can use the document vault over here. It's a very secure document vault which is encrypted at the database level, and we do not have access to these documents at our end. So while envisaging the document vault, we thought of building it from an IFA point of view. Okay, for example, we know every time a new client comes, and if you do have a sort of a document management system, then you would create folders for each of those clients, and you'll probably be having further subfolders as well. But that process, as you know, is very time consuming, it's manual, and there are chances of errors. Now here we have automated this process of creating the folders automatically every time a new client and a new family member is added. Okay, so over here these are the system driven folders which have been created, and if you click on any of these folders, there are again subfolders at a family member level over here. Clicking further, I'll be able to see some further subfolders, and I can finally see the required data nicely organized into the right folder. So if you remember, we had added the PAN and all those details in the profile section. That detail has automatically been saved into this folder over here. So you always know where to locate all the important documents. So you can further preview this over here, and you can even do a lot of other things. You can share it with the client, you can rename, you can move, and so on. And the same thing is also available to your client in the mobile app as well. So your clients will no longer call you abruptly if they want access to, let's say, some of the insurance premium receipts that they want, or any policy document. You can help them get organized by storing all the important documents and just let them take it forward from there. So a completely reimagined document vault that helps you and your clients get better organized. I'll come to the reports section towards the end, and subscriptions as well. Now let's go to the portfolio section. So I'm in the portfolio section right now, and there is a portfolio summary where I am right now. I'll explain you the other sections as well. So remember, Ifanow is not just a back office reporting tool, it's also a great tool for you to help your clients organize all the important financial information into one single interface, whether it's their stocks portfolio or their fixed income portfolio, real estate, and so on. Okay, they can add all their data, or you can help them get all the data added into the system and give them a one single interface. Okay, so over here I'm in the summary section. I can see the net worth, which is almost a real-time net worth because it gets updated every day based on all the changes in the NAVs and the changes in the stock prices and so on. Okay, now here you can see the MF portfolio growth over the last 365 days. You can see the asset allocation over here, and then there is some cash flows as well. So each FD, each PPF, when is money coming in, money going out, you can get a quick overview over here. Now, please again understand, the same interface is also going to be visible to your client as well. And the beauty of it is you can decide what exactly they'll be able to see. If you don't want them to, let's say, add data, or you don't want them to delete data, you can do that. All that is possible through the roles section that I had earlier explained to you. So let's click on the mutual fund over here. I can see the mutual fund portfolio is 36 lakhs. Let's see the details of the 36 lakhs. Okay, so I'm going to click here, and now I am in the assets section, and I can see some subsections over here. So the hierarchy, this is the top level hierarchy, this is the second level hierarchy, and then finally the third level, and there's a fourth level as well. I'll show that. So in the mutual fund section, I can see all the important data over here, whether it's an overall cash flow status, it's a family member wise SIP overview, family member wise allocation, and so on. Very detailed reports with further filters, so you can decide, let's say if you don't want the client to see so many information, you can quickly uncheck these and save the filters either for the current client or all clients. Okay, so you can customize this at a client level as well. All right, so if some clients really want a lot of information, go ahead and customize it for them. Okay, now let's look at how you're going to add data. Let's say if a client is not working with you, but you want to quickly understand the current mutual fund portfolio, so what you can do is click on the add new button over here and click on import data. Now you'll be able to import a cash statement over here and quickly show your client the value addition that you can provide, by giving them your analysis about the asset allocation and whatever. Okay, so you can upload a cash file over here as well. Of course, there are a lot of other reports. So if I just click on this, I'm now in the mutual fund summary report, which I can further analyze. For example, if I want to see, what are the transactions like, so I can, let's say, view the transactions. You can order an SOA over here. You can transact online. You can view the fact sheet and a lot of other things. All right, so let's look at the fact sheet over here. So I can see a lot of important information over here. I can check out the performance of the scheme, trailing return, SIP returns, all the important information, the quartile rank as well. Okay, I can check out the portfolio as well. So a very comprehensive fact sheet is available for you. You can order an SOA directly from here. As I said, you can transact online as well. Okay, so let's log in, let's transact into this scheme over here. Let's say you want to do a top up, so you click on the purchase over here, and now as you can see over here, the scheme name is automatically filled in, and all you need to do is just enter the amount and initiate a transaction. I'll explain the transaction module as well in deep, but please understand that we give you an option to seamlessly change the platform on the fly, whether you want to do it on NSE or BSE. You can change the investor's I and UCC as well. So it is making it very easy for you to initiate transactions from here itself. No need for you to log in separately to your current transaction platform. Okay. So similarly, there are a lot of other reports. As I said, there's all transactions. There's unrealized transactions, capital gains, ELS report, notional gains, and so on. Okay, a lot of reports. So of course, these are hygiene reports. But as I said, Ifanow is much more than just a mutual fund reporting tool. Let's understand what are the other possibilities. How you can really help your client assimilate all the information into one single interface, and thereby increase the stickiness as well, right? So you can import your client stock portfolio. We have Excel formats for that, so you can do that. Again, you can either add a portfolio summary or a script level holdings or a script level transactions as well. So depending on how deep you want to get into the analysis, you can do those things as well. Fixed income, again, there are lots of possibilities here. You can add FDs, RDs, bonds. Every time you want to add a new asset, you will see the add new button over here, and you'll be able to add the information. So for example, if it's retirement accounts, you can add their EPF and PS gratuity. Again, now your clients can also be given access, and they can add the data on their own, whether it's on the web application or the mobile application as well. Likewise, a lot of other assets. So in small savings schemes, we have 10 further sub assets over here, very neatly organized, and your clients will just love the interface. So let's look at liabilities over here. So there are all kinds of liabilities you can add. Similarly, there are insurance policies. So insurance policies is again neatly organized into life insurance, general insurance, and within that, again, you can see term, traditional, ULIP. So you can add, let's say if you want to add a policy, let's quickly add a policy. So let's say LIC. So all the policies will show up over here. We also have an option to help you bulk import the policies as well. So if you are into insurance big time, or if you are into fixed deposits big time, you can bulk import your FDs and insurance policies in one go. Okay. And then there's health insurance as well, general insurance as well, and within that you have all these subsections. Again, the detailed view gives you a very good overview of all the important information as well. So you can by the way, you can also upload the documents from here, and they'll end up neatly organized into the document vault that we had seen in the past. So this is the portfolio section. As I said, you can really help your clients get organized like never before, all under your branded white label platform, right? So we've covered overview and portfolio. Let's go to the plan section. This is MFDs and RIs love our planning process and the way it really helps them upsell. So this is a great way to do need-based selling for your clients. Let them understand what their requirements are and just help them achieve their goals in a very systematic manner. Okay. So if you want to get started, you can start by adding their income and expenses. So if you want to add their income, click on the add new button, and you can decide, let's say for Sonesh and Janita, and click on next. You can further add the sub sections as well. Click on next. And now over here, one by one, you can quickly add the income as well. Okay, very interactive. Again, you can sit with the client, do this exercise in front of them, show them your value addition. Again, go to the expense section. You can understand your client's expenses, whether you want to do a proper breakup or you want to add the expenses in summarized format. You can do that. Once you add these things, you can create budgets as well. So think of this as a budget tracker rolled into a financial planning tool as well, right? With this, you can show the cash flows. You can do an analysis at a yearly level, monthly level, or in a detailed cash flow level. And of course, you can take it year on year as well, see how the things are going to grow over period as well. Let's look at insurance. So one of the first things you should ideally do for your client is do insurance planning before you actually go into the goals as well. So for instance, you can click on add new over here and decide the right kind of insurance planning that you want to do, whether it's life insurance, health insurance, or home insurance, and so on. So we have an analysis for life insurance over here. As you can see, the client's insurance requirement is 5.4 crore, and currently they have taken care of with 43% coverage, and the additional requirement is 3 crores. Now you can decide what is the right insurance you want to provide. So you can suggest policies from here. Again, we have given all these options over here. And the breakup of the 5.4 crore is provided over here. So they have a liabilities of 67 lakhs. Now this liabilities is coming from the liabilities sections, and you can do further what if analysis. What if you don't want to consider this liability? So you can uncheck it. Okay, you can do that. Similarly, the dependent needs. So this is very textbook stuff where you can actually, in a very scientific manner, show your clients why your insurance requirement is so much and why you need to buy an additional cover. Okay, so again, you are doing need-based selling over here. There are a lot of tools. I'll not go into the details over here, but please understand they are very customizable. You can really provide very comprehensive analysis of your client's requirements. Moving on to the goals. Okay, Ifanow's financial planning tools, especially the goal planning tools, are very comprehensively thought through, and we have countless stories of IFAs who swear by it and use this as one of the core practice management tools, whether it's about helping your clients with their retirement goals, or with their setting up a legacy, or ensuring their kids' education and marriage goals. You can plan all of that over here in a very comprehensive manner. So let's quickly see how you can add goals. So you click on the add goal button over here, and you can plan for these goals. So for instance, if it's a retirement goal, click on the retirement goal over here, decide the age you want to retire, the current monthly expenses, and you can then save the goal. So some of the goals are already added over here. Let's look at the second innings goal. Now the goal is in 2041, and by that time the client needs to accumulate 8.6 crores, and they have so far accumulated 54 lakhs, which is around roughly 6% has been achieved. Now the client further needs to save a total of 95,000 per month, or if he has a lump sum of 66 lakhs, then they can achieve this goal. So isn't this a way for you to nudge your client that you need to increase your savings by 95,000 just for achieving your retirement goal, right? A lot of time the client would not understand themselves how much they need to save. So this is a great eye opener once they articulate the goals, once they articulate the requirements, this tool really helps you and your clients to really figure out how to go about allocating the savings and everything. Now, to make it practical, it's not just a calculator, it's not just a retirement calculator, it's a live goal tracker. You can allocate your clients' existing assets as well. So over here you can see some stock portfolio has been allocated, some mutual funds have been allocated. So, and it's very easy to allocate the current assets as well. So if I click on the allocations tab over here, you can see that the data that you entered in the portfolio section has neatly been organized over here, and all you have to do is, let's say if you want to now, let's say, allocate the PPF, you just drag and drop it over here and the savings will be recalculated. So as you can see, the requirement has drastically reduced from 95,000 to 45,000 because a huge chunk of the PPF portfolio has been allocated to the retirement goal. So this is how you'll be able to really get a very realistic picture of how much the client needs to really save. And there are again some really nice nudges that we've added over here. For instance, if you let's check out the education goal, and over here there is a embedded cost of delay calculator as well. So over here, so the client needs to save a big amount for the daughter's education, and the system shows that if the client delays the goal by 2 years, how the savings will shoot up, and if they're delayed by 3 years, how it's going to further shoot up, right? So you are able to again nudge the client all the time, whenever you're doing a review meet, let's say, that you need to start saving for this goal, right? Now this is a live goal tracker. Your clients can view it on their mobile app, on their laptop as well. For your review meeting, you can just make this process very interactive by going through the goals and understanding where the client stands. Okay. So this was a goal tracker. The financial health check is a first of its kind solution available to you. Let's check it out. So similar to medical health check, whenever your clients take those tests, the report will show how they're doing on very important parameters. But don't you think a similar check is required for the client's financial health as well? Well, the answer to that is financial health and ratios. So we have created 8 very important ratios that you can analyze for your clients and see how they're doing. So some of the ratios in red shows that the client is not doing well on these fronts, while the green ones shows that the client is on track. So this is expanded liquidity ratio, which is derived by dividing liquid assets with net worth, and the ideal band should be more than 25%, and that's where the client is at 29.9. If it was less than 10%, it would have shown red. Now if the client wants to further see how this has been derived, all you have to do is just click on it and show the client the working as well. Okay, so this is a very comprehensive way for you to actually do a very holistic analysis of your client's current finances and figure out ways to really add value through this approach. Again, remember, the same can be exported to a PDF report and be added to the plan as well. So now let's go to the activities section, and so once you plan what all you want to do, you can put that into a minutes of the meeting and share it with your client. So no more sending random emails and everything, but you should rather think of how you can utilize the tool to keep everything in one place so that it's very easy for you to retrieve later. There's a transact section as well. So I'd already shown you the transaction section from the portfolio section, but if you want to just come over here and initiate the transactions manually, you can do it as well. You can just click on the add new button over here and just select the client, select what you want to do. Let's say if you want to start an SIP, invest in existing scheme, select the scheme and select the folio. It could be a new folio as well. Okay, the frequency, the first SIP start date, and that's it. You're good to go. You can check out all the current investors and the mandates as well. Okay, so you can check the status. So let's see the status of the transactions. So let's say I can click on this and I can see the exact status as well over here, and you can refresh it for real-time review. So we've covered quite a bit of the client section. Let's go to the overview section, and I'll show you the magic of the report section. Now, with all the important sections that we've seen, what if now you want to create a very comprehensive report and send it to the client? Okay, so let's go and click on the create button over here. Now on the left hand side you see no modules added, but on the right hand side there is a ton of possibilities in terms of what reports you want to send. This is further organized into plan, portfolio and templates. So let's say if you want to add the plan summary. Within insurance, you want to add an insurance planning for the health insurance that you've done, the life insurance, sorry. You want to show the client's profile income, and let's say you also want to show this financial year's cash flow summary, and you want to add the following goals. All right. Let's also ensure the last risk profile that was done is also added over here. And the minutes of the meeting are there as well, so let's add that. And in the portfolio section, let's say you want a portfolio summary followed by the mutual fund summary, and let's say the overview, and you get the flow, right? So you can add these things, and let's add some templates as well. So we'll add a welcome note. You can preview and add it. You can add all these beautiful templates. So let's add this, and a cover page. Okay, so now you can see on the left hand side these sections have started getting added, and all you have to do is just rearrange the way you want it. Okay, by the end of it you will be able to generate a plan. Okay, so let's just download the plan, and in a matter of minute or two your plan would be generated. Let's look at it. So as you can see, a very comprehensive plan is generated over here with all the data points that you had seen in the web interface. Creating such a plan on a Word or a Excel sheet would take you days, right? But here in a matter of minutes you have all the relevant information and accurate information on the fly. Let's look at the subscriptions now. That's the only remaining piece. Now if you are an RIA or an MFD as well, and you want to scale up your practice by first articulating your plans and your offerings, you can do that, and you can get your clients subscribed to one or more of these plans and services, and you can further do the billing as well on top of it. While getting started, you can first go to the document section and have your scope of services or your investment advisory agreement, and you can check it over here, and you can get it e-signed as well. Okay, so you don't need a separate e-signing software. It is embedded into the system as well. You can check out all the invoices that have been sent, okay, and you can mark them as either paid or unpaid. So a complete subscription management tool is provided out of the box. You don't need to separately invest into a separate subscription management software. Okay, so we've covered the client section. Now let's head back to the advisor home. Now let's check out some of the other possibilities. So I'll go to the activities section, and let's look at broadcast. So a lot of advisors use emailing software where they'll manually import all their leads and their clients over here and over there, and they'll do the campaigning. But you can do it from here using the broadcast tool. So you can create a new campaign and customize the campaign as well with all the client placeholders as well, and then you can proceed to send a very customized email from here itself. You can use a tags module to bucket your clients into various lists and then reuse it wherever you want. The notes section allows you to aggregate all your notes across the clients into one place, and thereby giving you easy access to all these notes in one go. The task management, you don't need to invest into a separate task management software and spending thousands there, but you can use this task management tool itself to do a lot to further organize your practice and your processes. You can add the comments, and you can add collaborators. You can just mark this as done, and you can add attachments and so on. Okay, very comprehensive task management tool for you. Let's look at the back office. So let's check out the MIS reports. So you can see all your important MISs over here, very neatly organized. Click on category wise and you'll be able to see, click on it, and further you'll be able to see the breakup. So you can drill down very easily from here. Okay. Similarly, you can view your SIP book as well, all the recent rejections, reversals, the expired SIP, the AMC wise breakup, and further drilling down options as well. You can send reports in bulk, so you can schedule them, or you can send them anytime you want it. So you can schedule the reports on the first of every month. You want to send out the overview report and so on, so you can do that as well very easily. Okay. If you are managing sub brokers, you can manage their payouts, you can create their brokerage structures as well. You can do a lot of things over here. So you can create your own brokerage structure and you can manage the payouts and those things. You can view the commissions received over a particular month. So you can do those things over here. So checking out the reports further, let's go to the maturity and renewal sections. With all the data, it will be, you would always want them to be quickly be able to do some analysis on top of it. So if you want to, let's say, figure out in the next 30 days what are the policies and what are the various asset classes which are getting matured. So over here I can see some insurance policies getting matured over the next 30 days. So you can see it over here. You can export this further. The reconciliation tools are pretty sophisticated. We know that you want your clients to have very accurate reports, so we've built some very sophisticated tools to help you run reconciliation for CAMS-CARVI and for any number of AR and RI that you have. Okay, so that is possible. And there are a few other sections. Let's look at the SIP cleanup section. We know a lot of time there is inaccuracy in the reports that you get from CAMS-CARVI. So we've built some workaround tools to help you get very accurate SIP data as well. So again, I'm not going to deep dive into this, but rest assured this section helps you get on top of your SIP data in a very easy manner. So we've seen the web application thoroughly. Now let's quickly have a look at the mobile application as well. So I'm going to switch to the mobile view. Okay, so I am now in the mobile interface. Again, as an admin advisor, you can see all your important metrics over here. So you can see the same metrics that you would see on the web application, all the birthdays and anniversaries, the task summary and everything. Okay, very nicely organized. So these things are available to you. Now let's say you want to check out a client's portfolio. Just click on the client name and on the fly you'll be able to log into any client of yours and check out their portfolio. The same interface is available to the client as well when they log in. So for example, if they want to check out let's say their mutual fund portfolio, they'll click on this and they'll be able to further see the details of it, whatever, and all the high level categories, and deep diving further into this as well. If you want to initiate transactions, again it's very easy. You'll be able to go to the transactions tab and you'll be able to, let's say, initiate a transaction from here. You can see all the important information, the transaction status. Okay, you can check out the client's documents as well. So the same document vault is visible over here and the client will be able to view the important documents. Okay, let's check the goal tracker. So the same goals that you had seen on the web visible over here. So click on this further, you can see the same details in a different format. You can add your own notes and everything as well. So this was a mobile app. This, we believe, in itself is a great way to help your clients view all their important information in one go. I'm going to head back to the web interface and show you a few more things. So I'm back into the advisor interface and let's look at the transaction module, and I'll want to show you how you can open investment account for a new client. Okay, so let's say if I want to open investment account for a client, Ronak, select the holding nature, the tax status, and start with the journey. So all the important information will be pre-filled over here, and you'll be able to complete these 6 steps and finally open investment account in NSE or BSE in a matter of minutes. Similarly, the mandates can be created from here itself. So that was a wrap up of the Ifanow platform. Do subscribe to our Ifanow channel for all the important updates. We keep doing a lot of webinars and events that we hope will add value to you. Now, of course, this was a quick overview. If you want to deep dive further into specific topics, you can check out our other videos and playlists. Also, do get in touch with Ifanow. Just head to ifanow.com and you'll be able to create your free trial account from here. Just go to the sign up page. Once you create your trial account, if you have any queries, our sales team will be in touch with you. Okay. So that's it from me. Thank you so much. Have a good day.